What's up, YouTube? I am just enjoying this gorgeous day. I am so tired right now. I got up at, again, 4:30 so I could go get my morning cardio in and then part-time at Starbucks, and I told them that I couldn't keep doing that job. I didn't apply, it was offered to me, and I said yes because sometimes I think I'm Superwoman and I think I can do everything all at once. But 2 weeks before that, I was getting so much sleep, and in a perfect world I would have quality sleeps every night, and yeah, sure, it'd be fine. There's an ant on me. But yeah, I had 3 not good sleeps in a row, and I'm still feeling the effects from that. I had a good sleep last night, but for prep, sleep is everything. Forget food for a second. Don't forget food. Food is life. But, yeah, if I don't get sleep, my cravings go up, my mood. I had a breakdown at work on Tuesday. Just a bad combination. Like, I knew it was an emotional overreaction from being overtired, and I wanted to eat my meal and I couldn't, and then like it just kind of escalated. I won't get into the details. It's all figured out. It's fine. But I shocked a couple of the people I worked with, and they didn't realize that I was that emotionally unstable, or could be. And when I don't get sleep and I'm pushing myself this hard, yes, I am an emotional roller coaster. And yeah, prep, like on that, what was it, and How I Met Your Mother, that hot and crazy scale, what is it? I guess this is crazy, this is hot. Like, crazy, you just fucking skyrocket right to the top. In that dangerous red zone, don't go within 10 feet of a girl on prep with no sleep and no food in her belly. Just a fair warning. Speaking of all of this, Jessica had a really good idea to kind of talk about this time, which is why I'm not holding the camera, because I figured it would be a little longer of a video, and I don't want to hold my phone the whole time. About prep and about the mental craziness of it. And like when I did my first show last year, that's why I wanted to do a show. I was like, yeah, I want to do the mental challenge, not having any clue at all about what that actually entails. And I went through the biggest psychological roller coaster ever. If you have body image issues or self-confidence issues, or if you don't feel if self-worth, self-love issues, any of that stuff, which I definitely had, but I didn't realize to the extent, it emphasizes it magnifies it to a whole nother level. And prep wasn't the hardest. Prep is fine. You got a goal, you're just going, trying to get rest when you can, but there's really no stopping. You just keep going along that path. It's after the competition, it's after the show, and I had an extra long off season because I had my show end of June, and now my show is this August, so I have over a year, well, I guess 14 months between, last show and this show. And as soon as you stop and breathe and look around, I realized that 1, I had developed bad habits from prep, and 2, all of those insecurities and issues just were left on the ground. And when you gain the normal weight back, that can be really psychologically, take a psychological toll hugely, and it did on me. And I heard of it before too, and so the difference was I was aware, and so I didn't even know fully to the extent how much I did not love myself. It obviously magnified, gaining back that weight. So I took it I took the responsibility to, well, I started, whatever works for you. Everyone's different. I was introduced to meditation, and that was the most amazing thing I could have ever incorporated into my life at the time, and it really helped me get through that. And I'm not fixed, or I don't know everything, and I don't have everything figured out, but I'm a hell of a lot more through that than I was, last year, just after the show. So I did meditation, and there was just a lot of self-development, and I even took a break from the dating world for a little while, because I would put a lot more worth into what others thought of me, whether that be friends or guys or whatever, or my coach or my mom or my family or like whoever, than myself, so that in a situation, when one of my short-term relationships ended, you're kind of left hanging, and I was doing everything for everyone else and putting everyone else ahead of myself because I didn't consider myself worth it. So then when you kind of get dropped and you're no longer a part of that relationship, you're like, holy crap, who am I? And it's really scary. And then I went through all of those roller coasters, and some people call it post-show depression. I wasn't diagnosed with post-show depression. You could say I had some sort of varying degree of that, but the key is that I knew where I was at and where I wanted to be, and being able to make progress is why I started Body by Becky in the first place, because I realized that nutrition and fitness can be just as much something that can amplify and turn your whole world into something fantastic, just as much as it can be a band-aid. Band-aids can come in all forms. They can be food, drinks, drugs, friends, thoughts, they can be anything. So I really wanted to complete that puzzle. And so most of my clients are young girls and young women around my age, and I really want to, my purpose, I think, is to show people how to find, or to be able to guide people, guide young women, and or even young men. I do have a couple male clients as well, to a point where they discover their self-worth and love themselves utterly and completely, no matter what they look like, or what they're doing with their life, or what someone else thinks of them, or what society deems normal compared to what brings them the most joy in life. And on top of that, I don't give two craps if you're at the gym 6 days a week or 1 day a week, or if you don't go to the gym at all. It's just, you gotta find the balance. I want to help people find the balance that works for them, that gives them the biggest feelings of being alive and joy and happiness. And that's kind of what I discovered through my journey, and that's what I want to help other people do, and that's what I am helping people do right now. So back to just prep in general and bodybuilding. If you're thinking about going into it, just be hyper aware and hypersensitive that you can go through that whole psychological thing. If you're someone who is not there and already knows that, maybe you think of yourself on a scale, if you think of yourself way down here, and you think, to some degree, losing that weight and stepping on stage is going to increase your self-confidence, just know the repercussions of gaining that normal weight back, right? Going from a normal weight to not healthy lean. Bodybuilding is not health and fitness. Bodybuilding is, I call it, extreme sport. Pushes you psychologically, physically, mentally, all of that stuff. So It's just being aware and then surrounding yourself with all those people to help support you through all of those ups and downs, and to be able to utilize the resources, whether that be people or things or ways to cope with all this stuff, or just like have a strategy in mind to kind of prepare for that stuff. And then if it does happen, you can you have a game plan. Otherwise, things like eating disorders and, well, I mean, it can just leave you sort of broken afterwards, which is not what you want by any means. You want to do something that brings you joy and brings you satisfaction and makes you proud of yourself. So if you think bodybuilding is only going to break yourself down, then maybe that's not the right sport for you, or a competitive thing for you. So I've rambled on for quite a while now, 11 minutes and accounting, sort of up and down. As you can probably tell by now, I don't really talk and have a point and then I finish. I kind of have a starting point and then I go and then somehow try to manage to get back to the point, off the point. Anyways, I was gonna nap here. It's actually a little bit chilly, to be honest. The wind, maybe if I sit in the sun, so I'm going to do that for a little while. And I hope you enjoy my little ramble, daily ramble of me. Yeah. Oh, and I just finished checking out my suit. I'm getting a new suit custom made, so I did that today and tried it on. We're gonna need some more alterations, it looks like, and we don't have the bling on yet or anything. But it's exciting. It's exciting trying on my own suit because I wore my Coach's last year, so yeah, just getting closer and closer, and I'll be 8 weeks out this Saturday, which is crazy to think. 2 months, and the show is home, so I'll get to stay home. I told my mom to lock up all the cookies and the chips and all that stuff until after my show, and I have 2 younger brothers and a sister, but sister's not living at home for the summer, but the 2 younger brothers are, and 2 preteen/teenager, God, they're both teenagers now. Wow, that's awful. Good job. Sister of the Year award to this girl. And yeah, so they teenager boys eat just freaking everything. Metabolism of 1,000 fiery suns. And they have all the junk food in the world at home. So I told them to just lock it up, or at least eat it in the basement, and I will not go down to the basement when I go home, because that would be absolute torture. And I can't remember where my point is, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it really supports my channel and me, and let me know another topic if you want me to ramble on for 13 minutes or less than that, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Mwah.